What is happening? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Obviously, we just came through the weekend. We just sprung ahead, so wanted to hop on here and talk about some basic things that can get you as a homeowner ready for the springtime. I did one for the fall, did one for summer. So this is spring maintenance edition, some things that you can get prepared for that maybe you're not thinking about. I'm gonna start off with the obvious one as we're getting ready to go into the spring and into the summer. You're definitely gonna wanna make sure that you check and have inspected and serviced your HVAC. Nothing's worse than going into the heat of the summer and trying to kick on your air conditioning and it not work, or it's blowing warm air. So always have that maintenance and serviced. I have a brand new HVAC, but I do have my HVAC guy come out and look at it periodically to make sure that it's where it needs to be. Obviously, this is a great time for you to change your filter. That filter should probably be changed about every 30 days if you want to make sure that you're not creating a vacuum or a hard suction or blow, so that you don't wear down your motor in those things. So always make sure that you are changing those periodically so that, again, maintain that system for a very long period of time. No one wants to spend thousands of dollars every few years because you didn't do the necessary things to maintain it. It's no different than an automobile or a vehicle. You have to have those that oil changed. You need to have the tires rotated, you need to have the filters changed. All of those types of things need to be done in your vehicle in order to create longevity, and nothing is, it's the same exact situation, how you want to approach the mechanisms in your home, making sure that those things get checked and tested and make sure that they are maintained. So we want to make sure HVAC system's working properly so that when the heat of the summer comes in, you have that cool air that you need so that you can sleep at night in the heat of the summer. So that's number one. Number two, obviously it's spring. Everybody gets ready for spring cleaning. It's a great time to get into your garage and get everything cleaned up and get it organized. Maybe it's a little bit of a mess from the winter. Maybe you got show snevels, sitting around, and all the different things that maybe, I'm guilty of at times, where I'm running out in the cold and maybe not put something back where it belonged in the moment because it's freezing cold. Again, no judgment here. Obviously, if you're very organized and you may put everything back exactly where it needs to be, but this is a great time for you to get in there and get that cleaned up. Obviously, get into your shed and get things taken care of. Focus on getting sports equipment cleaned up and ready for the summer. Make sure your bicycles the airs are in your tires. If you like to ride bicycles, making sure that your chains are well lubed and everything is maintained there. And matter of fact, you can take your bike down to a local bike shop, which me and my wife do, and they will actually maintain it for a small fee, making sure everything's tight, making sure everything is, all the air's in the tire where it needs to be, making sure that everything's running properly, your brakes and tension on your brakes and all of that kind of stuff. Again, you can do that yourself, or you can actually pay somebody to do that, but making sure that all that equipment's ready to go. If you got a pool, obviously getting your pool toys ready and getting everything ready to go as we get into the spring and move into the summer. The next thing is the obvious. We want to check our gutters. Obviously, we're going into the spring where we're going to see maybe some rain, and we want to make sure that those gutters are getting the water away from our home and not bringing that close to the foundation. So make sure your gutters are cleaned out from the fall leaves, as well as give you a chance to look at the roof. Make sure that nothing damaged the roof around wintertime, that there's no missing shingles, things like that, because again, guys, you want to make sure that that's taken care of. Nothing worse than seeing a wet spot on your ceiling in one of your bedrooms from a leaky roof, making sure that your shingles are set up and where they need to be, and all of that. So a great time to check your roof, check your gutters, make sure everything's working properly. If your gutters are bent, had some wind and, sticks came across and bent it, to get those bent out, get those taken care of. And again, making sure that it's all working properly so that we can get that water away from the foundation. The next thing is we want to inspect and clean the windows, making sure that natural light can come in. I know this is one of my wife's pet peeves is dirty windows. So we want to make sure that your windows are cleaned inside and out. Hopefully you have those windows that fold in that you can clean from the inside. But again, cleaning those windows, making sure that they're nice and sparkly clean, again, part of your spring cleaning. I know a lot of people kind of go through this, but again, making sure that those windows are clean. And in the process of cleaning those windows, you can check your windows and making sure that there's no cracks, making sure there's nothing wrong with the frames. Again, it's just okay to go around and just eyeball this. It doesn't take a lot of time, but again, making sure that that house that you live in, that asset that you have, is in a great position, and that if there's repairs that need to be done, they need to be done, and not allowing those things to linger, because that's not good long term. And then last but not least, we want to get outside and inspect and clean our gas grills. It's a great time to get your propane filled back up and get maybe an extra propane tank. Making sure that the grill has been cleaned, the grates have been cleaned, the tray has been emptied. A lot of times people just go through the summer and in the fall and cook, and then they just put it away for the winter. You want to make sure that all that is clean. You don't want fire from a lot of the grease and oil. So making sure that all that is taken care of. So with that being said, again, just wanted to reiterate, we're talking about inspecting and servicing your HVAC, spring cleaning your garage and your shed, and getting everything ready for the summer. Check those gutters, make sure that there's no leaves, they're clean. Check your roof, make sure there's no missing shingles. You want to make sure your windows are inspected and cleaned as well. And then last but not least, inspect and clean that grill. I hope it's been helpful to you. Again, spring edition, making sure these things are all in tip-top shape. There's obviously many, many other things that you can do, but hopefully this list will get you going and kind of thinking outside the box so you can begin to start addressing those issues with your current home. So with that being said, till next time, bye for now.